Welcome back to WWEKhanToolz, and I'm back again after 3 weeks of actually doing nothing. I made a video, I think this past weekend, about my reason of why I've actually left YouTube for now. Check that video out right now. It's in the link in the description down below, even in these, it's probably somewhere in this video right now, as you can see. But anyway, here it is, the Raw preview. I've actually got some spare time to deal with, so I can just make a quick video of this Raw preview. Let's get started right now. I'm not going to waste any more time. But anyway, the first reason of tonight's Raw, of reason to not miss, is Rollins and Randy Orton's confrontation on WrestleMania match. Pretty much in less than 2 weeks right now, March 16, 2015. Should Rollins agree to face Orton at WrestleMania? The thing is that things have never really expected, never really been exact between Orton and Seth Rollins. I mean, the whole situation between them two really completely erupted at last Monday night, when really Orton completely destroyed Rollins in a really cold assault that really ended in a RKO through the announce table. Orton actually discussed it this past Thursday night, and he revealing that he is going to spit on Rollins' face and challenge him to a match at WrestleMania. Really keeping in mind how Orton, completely dominated Rollins at the conclusion of last week's Raw. One might argue that Rollins could be really foolish to agree to such a challenge. But really, I think this is the whole thing, Rollins and Orton. This is how it's going to end. I think maybe if Rollins does agree to this match, and if he wins this match at WrestleMania, he can pretty much one step further to cashing in his money in the bank against the winner of Brock Lesnar or Roman Reigns. So I think that's how it's going to happen. I think that's how it should happen. And we don't really know what's really going to happen, I think, to be honest. That's how it's going to be. I think Rollins will agree to a match against Randy Orton at WrestleMania. Number two, where has Lana been? I think defending the US title at WrestleMania, fired up John Cena went after the super athlete, and really, with everything he had last week, locking Rusev into a SDF, refusing to release the hold. It wasn't actually until Lana granted the wish of Cena's rematch, finally relented, giving him that title match without Rusev's permission. I think Rusev was really furious later that night. I mean, he hasn't really been seen by the universe ever since that time. I think Tom Phillips tried to get an answer from Rusev regarding where Lana is, and what the relationship is going to be right now. But I think Rusev actually refused to comment about that. I think there's probably going to be some type of storyline between these two of what's going to happen towards the build up to WrestleMania to make it more intense and more hyped up, I think. But I think this is not really going to be very interesting, to be honest. Number three is going to be pretty much, that's right, Sting has arrived. Sting is right now, as we speak, he is rumored to be right now on Raw backstage, right now. Right now, the thing is, the whole situation is that Vince McMahon is coming up with a huge segment between these two for Raw. It's going to be a huge face-off confrontation. We're not really sure if Sting's going to be appearing for next week's to make it a final face-off, but for now, all we know is that Sting is in the building tonight as we speak right now. So Sting and Triple H will be having their mojo sort of thing, and we have no idea what Brock Lesnar is going up to. I think this is point number four. Brock Lesnar right now, we have no idea what he's going to be doing. But the thing is that he hasn't actually been really been talked about lately, to be honest. I think not many people have been saying if he's backstage or not, but we have no idea. But it kind of looks like that Brock Lesnar will not be showing up for tonight's Raw. After Reigns' show of force of Monday night, how will he be tested for this week? I mean, has Paul Heyman's opinion of Lesnar's challenge changed at all after Thursday night? I think Reigns is going to really show a huge dominance tonight on Raw to make him even look even bigger and big as Brock Lesnar has been for the past few years. Point number 5, I think the whole WWE.com right now is teasing that if Bray Wyatt has come to a regret of resurrecting the dead man, The Undertaker, for WrestleMania, I think what we actually witnessed is that Bray Wyatt finally got his response from him, who accepted the challenge on last week's Raw by actually, putting Wyatt's rocking chair on fire and supernaturally, displaying that in front of his own 2 eyes. I think, Bray Wyatt seemed pleased with himself after he, completely, finally, successfully drawn the dead man from the shadows. But really, the doubts are starting to creep into his mind right now that his match with Taker is set in stone. But will the mind games continue this week on Raw? I mean, we're going to be expecting to hear from Wyatt tonight, in less than 2 weeks before the Undertaker comes around at WrestleMania. So no Taker until WrestleMania, but we will see more mind games and teases and Titantrons from Taker, or even probably a voice from Taker, just like we heard last week. We're probably going to see something else from Taker as well, but we're not actually going to see him in person. We're just going to see what he actually does and what he's capable of and what type of mind games he's going to be playing against Bray Wyatt. So there it is. Well, it's been about nearly 7 minutes, but anyway, thank you for watching, and gonna try my best to make as much videos as I possibly can, but for now, it doesn't really look good right now. I've got a lot of stuff to do right now. If you don't really know what I'm talking about, please do check out the video in the annotations above right now, or in link in the description down below, and you'll probably understand why this is happening. I will see you guys very soon, and I'll see you guys, rate, comment, and subscribe. Peace.